Good morning and welcome to the concrete jungle of Angeles City, Philippines. You know what, I'm just going to kind of walk around this little area here. Just kind of walk and talk, give you my thoughts for the day. Swiss Chalet, they changed their hours. I think they open at 11 now. Haven't eaten in there in a while. Guys, you've heard that old saying, keeping up with the Joneses. If you haven't, it's a saying. Good morning. It's a saying back in the States. It's something I grew up always hearing, keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, you got to keep up with the Joneses. In other words, if your neighbor goes out and buys a new car, you got to go out and buy a new car. If your neighbor goes out and buys a new lawnmower, you got to go out and buy a new lawnmower. You know, keeping up with the Joneses. If my buddy goes and buys a new Harley, I got to go buy a new Harley. You guys get what I mean. This morning, as I usually always do, turned on and watched some YouTube. A friend of mine, Kuya Sid. How you doing, Kuya Sid? Auntie Rose, hope you guys are doing well. Watch this video he put out. Cost of living in the United States. And I sat there and I listened to it and I'm like, you know what? Man, I know exactly what you were talking about. You know, it's just, I reflect back to how it was, and you know, the rat race, and just every day getting up and working and overtime and working and overtime, and it was just me surviving in life. And you know, sad thing is, a lot of times back in the States, to live that middle class life, both people have to be working. You know, but it's how you want to live. It's how you choose to live. And I was just listening to him talk and breaking down expenses and, you know, mortgage payments and electric and water. One of the great things about here in the Philippines, you know, everybody says, somebody at a party there? Jollibee and Red Horse? One of the things here in the Philippines is housing. I mean, depending on how you want to live, because of the ongoing debate of, can you live on $600 a month here? Ongoing debate. One of the nice things here is housing. If you choose to build a house, it's always going to be cheaper too. We'll just make a left. We'll just wind down through these roads here. You choose to build a house, you're going to build a nice big house out in the province somewhere, you know, depending on how big and what your lifestyle is going to be, but it's going to be a lot cheaper. Good morning. Than say building a house in the United States. There's always a party going on here. Let me go to the left here. There's always a party going on here. Good morning. How are you? Always a party. Good morning. Ooh. Stranger. Anyways, getting back to housing. Renting here. You know, like renting here, guys, the house we rent, 2-bedroom, you guys have seen it, kitchen, living room, outside kitchen area, lawn, 2 carports, what are we paying? $20,000, like $400 US, give or take, a month. That is cheap. A house like that, depending of course where you live in the States, but a house like that back in the area I live, man, you're looking at like $1,800 US. It's crazy. Another thing here, electric. Electric's one of those things, guys, where it is expensive. It can be expensive. We run the air conditioner every day. And it's a newer air conditioner, an energy efficient air conditioner. But I would say between the living room being on, and then we shut it off and in the evening, and then the bedroom at night, plus all our other electric and appliances that we have, you know, our electric bill runs about 7,000 pesos a month, about 100 and what's that, about 140, 150, give or take. Electric is expensive here. Like I said, depends on how you want to live. I think at our first place we lived, our electric bill might have been like 3,000 pesos, about 60 bucks. So electric can be expensive here. Water's always cheap. Eating out, you know, I was listening to him talk about eating out, like him and his wife would go out to eat, and $35, $40 for a meal. You know, here you can go out, it depends on where you want to go out to eat. You know, Lut and I can go out to eat and we could spend 1,000 pesos with a nice meal and have a good time. You know, what's that, about 20 bucks? You know, we can go out and eat even cheaper. Let me see. I will go to the left here. Oh, there's Norma's. Let's check out what the rate is. Norma's is always good with the rate. Norma's is 48.05. That's the rate going down. That's like people think, you know, it's cheap to eat here, and it can be. If you want to eat out, you know, go to the market and get your food and everything like that. But like, I'll eat up there at Margarita Station. Good morning. I'll eat up there at Margarita Station, and I'll have a breakfast sandwich, a simple breakfast sandwich. And every day with a cup of coffee and water, it's 335 pesos. That's morning. That's like $6 compared to if I go to one of these little side vendor places and eat. But you know, throw in, like he was talking about, college expenses. You know, college expenses back in the States. College expenses here are so much cheaper. Car insurance, car payments. You know, it broke down to, good morning.
Good morning.
It broke down to, I think it was like right around 4,000 US dollars a month to live. And that's not living, you know, like a king or anything like that. That's living middle class. These look empty. Around this immediate area here, rent, I know somebody I spoke to, he pays 14,000 pesos a month, and the place is furnished, and it's a studio type. I haven't been in it, but 14,000, that's what, roughly 5, 10, a little over $200 a month. So like I said, cheap. That's the money you're going to save here. That's why a lot of people will come here on vacation here, because it's cheap. It's cheap to come here. It's cheap to travel here. But yeah, just listening to his breakdown of monthly living expenses back in the States, and man, I don't miss it. I do not miss it. Having to basically work your ass off all the time. Keeping up with the Joneses, right? Keeping up with the Joneses. All right, let me see. Where are we at here? Just kind of, I know I'm strolling around. I just actually going out for a little walk here. I had to get up and go for a little walk. Pineapple. Morning. He's got pineapple and he's got watermelon in there. It's actually a fairly decent morning this morning, not high in humidity. Clouds are out too. Morning. We'll just walk this way. There's one Euphoria in front of us. You know, even though this pandemic is going on, you still see people building things and construction going on. And so somebody's got money. And then again, guys, you gotta also remember too, it does not cost that much. I mean, look, that's your house right there. Cinder blocks. Cinder blocks. Everything here is cinder blocks. There's no studding out walls and putting up walls and putting up drywall and all the other things that go along with building houses like back in the States. Everything here is concrete. That's why I say it's the concrete jungle. Everything is just concrete. I guess it's a good thing. Good morning. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. Fire prevention, right? You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry too much if a fire catches a hold because everything's concrete. Nice for sale. Nice house there. That's like right here in, well, you know this area I'm at here.
So what's happening in school? Nothing. Well, why should I pay 2,000 pesos for nothing?
Oh, only because I heard that guy talk. Tuition here, like school tuition. You know, we send Hannah Grace to school, a private school, and I think we pay, I don't know, around $35. Look usually handles that. I know it's under 40 bucks. But a good tuition school here. You know, come on, 30 bucks. You know how much a private school back in the States is going to run? Probably a couple $100 a month. Another thing, cell phones. That's right, he was talking about cell phones, and a cell phone plan back in the States, 150 bucks, right around there. Not here. You just buy a load. Some companies like Globe and Smart, they will offer monthly plans for internet and cell phone, and but it's not going to be morning. Morning, sir. It's not going to be no $150. That's just crazy. Of course, you're going to buy your phone. You got to just buy your phone and then just get your monthly load into your phone and different plans here. So that's why I say it is cheaper living here. Yes. Do I miss working my ass off all the time just to pay bills and all that? Nah, I don't. Anybody that tells you they do, maybe losing it. Nobody wants to work their ass off for nothing, right? Here we are. Here's where we came out. Wild Orchid Resort. The Wild Orchid Resort. From my understanding, they're still closed. Obviously, they're not open. Last time I talked to an owner or somebody that was connected with it, they didn't sell it. I haven't talked to the guy in months, so I really couldn't tell you. Good morning. The Wild Orchid down in Barrio Barreto is open. It is open. This one's closed. I mean, they will lose money. I think they're business smart enough to know, listen, if we do open this up, we're going to lose money because there's no tourists coming, and to get the pool running and pay staff and heat or air condition the place or whatever they will lose money. So they are smart enough to know. Blackbeard's table.
Kamu daw. Ayaw yung gamitan mo.
We just kind of did like a big circle. That used to be a massage and spa. One of these, Lud had a friend that had a hairdressing place in here. That was a while ago. Alright. Wow, nice breeze through here. There's always a nice just breeze through Blow Row, right? That's what this is. East Santos Street, aka Blow Row. There's always a nice breeze that just comes down through this road here. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Keeping up with the Joneses. Glad I don't have to keep up with the Joneses here. You know, one of the things though here when you buy something, like when we bought our car, neighbors are curious. How much did he spend for that? How much did he spend? And it's funny because we'll just tell them, I don't know. They'll look at her like, what do you mean you don't know? It's like, I don't know. He bought it. So I don't know how much he spent. But anyways, guys, don't get me wrong. America is my home country. I love my home country. America will always be my home. This is just my second home. So anyways, guys, with that being said, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Take care of the sick, the elderly, the young, your pets. Take care of your pets, and we'll talk to you later. All right, guys, I know I wrapped up this video, but I want to give you just a perfect example here in the Philippines on just how cheap just certain things are. I usually get my car washed once a week. Here I am, getting the car washed. Here's what's nice. There's your prices. That's considered a medium, so 150 pesos. It's like $3 to get your car washed. You know, there's your wash, there's your wax for motorcycles, tricycles. It can go all the way up. I know they do big detailing here and stuff. But I know back in the States, man, without a coupon, I used to go to one place. You sat in your car, you drove through, they squirted soap on it, the brushes came down, they washed your car, you pulled out, and you still didn't have the interior done. You yourself had to spend more money to vacuum the interior out and wipe it down. You're looking at like $20 just to get a car wash. That includes you doing the vacuuming. But you know what? Here, you see the guy's in there, he's vacuuming it out. He'll do all the windows, he'll wipe everything down inside. They pull the floor mats out, they'll wash them down. They'll hand wash everything from front to back. And they really do a decent, good job here. I'm gonna say decent, good job. Not excellent, you know, but they do a decent, good job. They'll do your tires and everything for $3. Just another perfect example of some of the cheaper things here in the Philippines. $3 or $20.